These are people who, are aggressive panhandlers, where they ask you for money and they don't take no for an answer.
A coalition forms to crack down on people causing scares in the French Quarter. That story coming up. And an investigator who worked under former St. Tammany coroner Peter Galvin gets booked into jail. Coming up on Fox 8 News.
Fox 8 News starts now.
Good evening once again. I'm John Snell.
And I'm Lee Zurich. There's a new partnership underway to stop aggressive panhandling in the French Quarter.
It involves a local businessman, the NOPD, the SPCA, and even the staff at Orleans Parish Jail. Natasha Robin explains.
People who spend time in the French Quarter will tell you they've noticed a higher amount of aggressive panhandlers on the street. Plus, they say other nuisances are happening.
Aggressive panhandling has been on the increase. People camping out in front of some people's businesses is on the increase.
After steady complaints from the public, local businessman and resident Sidney Torres stepped up to bankroll a policing effort to stop it.
These are aggressive panhandlers. These are not homeless people. These are people who, are aggressive panhandlers, where they ask you for money and they don't take no for an answer.
Torres is funding a French Quarter task force, allowing NOPD officers working a detail to patrol the area on a Polaris vehicle. Members of that task force recently conducted a sweep through the quarter, looking for nuisance violations.
We were able to address a lot of these nuisance type violations that we constantly get and just haven't been able to focus our attention on. And, we did arrest 22 people on 28 charges of criminal violations.
8th District Commander Jeffrey Walls says the NOPD hadn't been able to focus a lot of attention on the nuisance violations in the past, simply because officers would have to be tied up for hours on one call. Torres points out oftentimes the violators know how to work the system.
What they do is they have these dogs that they carry with them that they use to not have to go to jail. And then when they get to jail, they say they have diabetes or they say they have some medical issues because they know the jail might not be staffed at a certain time to handle it.
Because of that, Torres decided to provide funding for the SPCA to be on hand, ready to take animals during the sweep. He's also paying to have medical professionals at the jail, preventing those arrested from having to go to the hospital first. On top of all of that, Torres says he's donating about $300,000 towards paying detail officers, buying vehicles, fuel, and advertising for a new crime-fighting app. The smartphone app allows people to report crime and even send photos to the NOPD and state police in real time. And the app's already been deemed a success, with 1,600 downloads in just the last few days. The NOPD says it's a coordinated effort that's allowed the department to free up other officers to fight crime across the 8th District. Torres says he's doing it all simply because he loves New Orleans.
I feel very blessed that the city of New Orleans helped me grow my business and expand throughout the state. And I feel like you have to give back to the places that give to you,
There are more sweeps planned in the next month and a half. Torres says for now he's providing funding through May. John?
Thanks, Natasha. Go to our news app or fox8live.com to find out how to download the app that allows you to report suspicious activity.